It's like waking from a dream.
I definitely don't feel hopeful.
After a major decision on DACA, Hispanics in South Florida come together.
That's what makes Miami, Miami.
To celebrate and highlight their cultures. And a community spreads the fun with skates.
We want everyone to come.
These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak. Hello, South Florida. I'm Samantha Gutierrez.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Monday, September 18th, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Former President Trump on the record about his legal trouble with a national TV interviewer. In the interview with NBC, Trump said that he did not listen to his attorneys when they said he had lost the 2020 election.
Special counsel Jack Smith said Trump knew he was making false claims about the election, but still believed it was rigged after talking to other sources he trusted over his attorneys.
In many cases, I didn't respect him, but I did respect others. I respected many others that said the election was rigged.
Trump is currently facing 91 criminal charges spanning across 4 separate cases. When discussing the possibility of going to prison, Trump said that he doesn't think about it.
Today in Hillsborough, Florida, the county is still shocked after a 14-year-old boy killed his mom and shot her boyfriend 5 times. Deputies received calls on Saturday afternoon, arriving at the scene right before he could shoot his older brother. The mother of the boyfriend is in critical condition in Tampa General Hospital, and the boy is now in custody.
Dreamers are facing another legal setback. A judge ruled against the Biden administration's efforts to preserve the Obama-era program known as the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA. As Caplin's D.C. Bureau reporter Alexander Howard explains, the order won't impact those currently protected under the program.
On Wednesday, federal judge Andrew Hannon ruled that the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA, was unlawful. He reasoned that the program violated the Administrative Procedure Act, which is a law governing how agencies create regulations. In a 40-page ruling, Hannon wrote, "To be clear, neither this order nor the accompanying supplemental injunction requires the Department of Homeland Security or the Department of Justice to take any immigration, deportation, or criminal action against any DACA recipient, applicant, or any other individual that would otherwise not be taken. If this ruling is appealed, it will be brought to the Supreme Court." DACA recipient Diego Dulanto Falcon expresses concern over the program's future.
Between the Dobbs decision and all the other documents that have come out about what other decisions they are going to take a second look at, I'm not hopeful at all. I think DACA will finally get cut. I don't know when. His second affirmation that he thinks, Judge Hannon thinks that DACA is unconstitutional took 2 years. So I have no idea when the Supreme Court is even going to make a decision on that. And by that time, I don't know if something better is going to come out. So I'm not sure when it's going to happen, but I definitely don't feel hopeful.
Just like Diego, there are about 580,000 active DACA recipients in the United States, and it is unknown if it will land in the hands of the Supreme Court. Reporting for Caplin News in Washington, D.C., I'm Alexandra Howard.
We may be halfway through September, but we just completed the first weekend of Hispanic Heritage Month, which started on September 15th and goes through October 15th. Capital News reporter Daniela Thilke checked out this weekend's event called Salsa Fest.
South Florida kicks off Hispanic Heritage Month tonight to celebrate Hispanics and Latins that have influenced and enriched our nation.
The driving force in the economy here and in the culture. And that started probably 50 or 60 years ago, right? With all the influx of immigrants. And I think it's really helped make this community so much more rich in the offering of culture and heritage and family.
Tonight was focused on the elders. Tonight's focused on the elders because they are also like children. They need a lot of love, they need a lot of company, they need to not be isolated, and they have to look forward to something. So therefore we bring dancing, we bring
I think that's
what makes Miami, Miami. We all have our different cultures and heritages, and when we all come together, we can celebrate life even better.
It started in 1968 as Hispanic Heritage Week and expanded to 30 days, coming into law in 1988. Live from Miami Beach, for Caplin News, I'm Daniela Thoki.
The community around skating can sometimes be tough for women and LGBTQ+ skaters. That's where a group called Skate Nymphs comes in, creating safe spaces here in South Florida. Caplin News reporter Sofia Bolivar checked out one of their events in Haulover Park.
I'm here at Haulover Park for a community event that intends to bring women and LGBTQ members together in the skate community. Skate Nymphs hosted a skate and beach potluck on Saturday at Haulover Park, creating a safe space for marginalized skaters in Miami. I had never experienced going to the skate park with a group of people that were similar to me with similar values. It's taught me so many things, and it's allowed me to meet so many people with different styles, which is so cool. I'm just really grateful for this whole community. Araiz Domech founded the organization with the help of some friends in 2021. We are all levels, and we try to emphasize the fact that we want everyone to come, beginners, intermediate, even advanced, even people who don't even know how to skate. We want everyone to come and, have a community. Members of the skate nymph community wanted to combat the discouragement found in male-dominated skate parks by acting as a support system for one another.
I definitely feel much more confident, not only in my skating, but just in my ability to take up space at a skate park. It's intimidating being a beginner skater and you're by yourself with all these mostly men who are just doing the most insane tricks and just they're taking up space, they're not really letting you get your turn. Skate Nymphs has advocated for a friendlier skate community in Miami and continues to do so with every event that they host. Today was another successful day for Skate Nymphs. To keep up with their upcoming events, follow them on Instagram. For Caplin News, I'm Sofia Bolivar.
A half-snout gator has become an internet sensation after she was rescued in Sanford, Florida on Friday. The alligator found a new home in Gatorland where she has her own bungalow. Gatorland workers believe that she has been living off of frogs and snails, and her snout was probably sliced off by a boat propeller. The little gator captivated many on social media, and now her caretakers want the internet to name her.
The Dolphins pull away to a big lead on Sunday Night Football and then tried to just hang out against the Patriots.
That's still ahead, and so is the story.
Left center field, and this thing is tattooed, and it is out of here. The Marlins pouring it on.
The Marlins would have to do the impossible to stay in the playoff chase. They'd only have to sweep the team with the best record in baseball. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
How prepared is your family if a tornado shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a hurricane? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes. Make a plan today.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I help our fellows design their paths as creative entrepreneurs. My experiences serving startups, creative businesses, and cultural organizations, and my journey as a queer mixed immigrant with Haitian and Arabic roots, inform the co-creative environment we foster at Radcliffe. We leverage our collective diversity to encourage the building of lifelong personal learning networks and mindsets that stimulate continuous innovation.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating.
A victory and a series sweep for the Marlins against the team that is in first place. The Marlins took the division, leading the Braves in a series that no one expected them to win. It ended with a sweep and a score of 16-2.
The game started with Marlins Josh Bell hitting a single into left field. This led to a Jazz Chisholm Jr. grand slam. Jorge Soler and Jake Berger wrapped up the game with home runs. The team is now in position for a wild card spot. The final score of the game was Marlins 16, Braves 2. The Fish will take on the Mets at Lone Depot Park tonight at 6:40 p.m.
The Dolphins took on the rival New England Patriots Sunday night and came out of the box sprinting, taking a 17-3 lead at halftime. The Finns' offensive fireworks continue after last week's victory over the Chargers. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa hit a 2-yard pass to Tyreek Hill to take an early 10-3 lead. The Patriots made a run in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough. The final score was Dolphins 24, New England 17. The first place Finns are now 2-0. You're watching Newsbreak. We're coming right back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward. Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences can make us stronger.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.